skies, temperatures.
The news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Thursday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
A bit chilly out there this morning.
Yeah, it's cooled down rather quickly, but I think the plus side is the rainfall, the widespread rain is ending.
Oh,
and
good.
We have some sunshine arriving today, Gary. Here's a look at the latest conditions. First off, a live view of Cooperstown this morning. Temperatures starting out a little chilly, as Gary mentioned. We're at the 40-degree mark in Cooperstown, but some other spots cooling down a bit more, especially the farther west you go. A look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar for the first time in about 12 to 18 hours. It's looking rather dry with mostly clear conditions. Now, as you see here, we've got this band of rain coming in. It's currently raining in Toronto, heading toward Buffalo. This is expected to fall apart, but as I mentioned, today and tomorrow, especially tomorrow, but a little bit less today, of a possibility of a stray shower. It will likely not be an entirely dry day today, but it'll favor more sunshine than rain. Temperatures are in the 30s officially at Griffiths, 34 Hamilton. So far, not a whole lot of widespread temperatures to produce frost, but certainly there's a possibility this morning in outlying areas. Highs today climb into the mid-50s. You see right here, we've got lots of sunshine opportunity, not a whole lot of rain opportunity. Now, as we head into tomorrow and into the weekend, we have some updates on those rainfall chances for you. We have all the details for your Mother's Day weekend forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thank you. We are following some breaking.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to Sunrise. Time now is 5:14. Here's what you can expect heading out the door this morning in your forecast in a minute. First off, we take a look what's going on outside in downtown Utica. We got some clearing taking place right now. Overall, pretty clear skies all across the eastern portion of the viewing area here. 36 degrees. The temperatures are falling, and we could see some patchy frost forming. Right now, I'm looking for the possibility of fog developing, which I'll show here in a second. Right now, Yorkville Battery live radar looking pretty dry. As you look at visibility, still not a whole lot of reports of fog locally. Potentially Camden, it appears there could be some fog there, but overall it is looking rather isolated, if that. So again, today we start out a bit chilly in the 30s. We climb into the 40s and 50s this afternoon with pretty dry conditions, sunshine, breezy conditions too. However, an isolated shower can't be ruled out. And over the next few days, we'll be talking about those rain chances, especially when it comes to this weekend. In fact, we might be looking out in terms of dodging any major rain. We'll have all the details on the latest positioning of that rainfall in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Two new 4-story hotels.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody, on this Thursday. The time now is 5:21. We begin with a live view outside in Rome from the camera outside the Rome MVCC campus there. And so far, we're starting out a bit on the chilly side. Temperatures in the 30s. We're going to climb into the 50s this afternoon. Rain chances you see right here, pretty much non-existent, but there's a slim chance of a brief shower, mainly as you head farther south into the southern valleys here. Wind speeds pick up. It's a blustery afternoon here. Feels like temperatures pushing the upper 40s, low 50s. But again, our average high this time of year at 66 degrees. So we're running a little bit cooler than average, about 10 degrees cooler than average today. But as you look ahead the next week or so, signs still point to that trend, slightly below average, but nothing more than that. So on our Skycast here, we've got clearing taking place, some patchy, isolated fog by the afternoon, a brief passing cloud too, and maybe a stray shower, but otherwise it's a pretty dry day today. Now, as we head overnight tonight, we're going to see the arrival of a few clouds and potentially a couple scattered rain showers. Now, right here, it shows some snow mixing in. personally, based off the temperatures. I do think there's a possibility of some mixing taking place in hilltop locations south. So be aware of that. But again, this is early to mid-May at this point. We're not expecting anything to stick. Then by the afternoon, we've got a couple more scattered showers. A better shot for rain tomorrow than today. But sunshine works its way back in again. We're talking about a pretty quiet day and a quiet overnight Friday night with temperatures falling into the 30s, patchy frost possible there. And then clouds roll in. Now, this is the difference maker in the latest trend with rainfall on Saturday. We mentioned widespread rain coming in, but this is the joys of forecasting here, because look what happens. With a one slight shift, looks like most of the rain falls in Otsego County and the I-88 corridor. The farther north and west you go, the drier you are. In fact, you might even see some sunshine. But nonetheless, we've got that rain coming in. We'll fine-tune that forecast with more rain arriving in the early morning Sunday, but as we head into Sunday afternoon, things look to dry up. So frost potential the next few days, you can see here, isolated tomorrow morning and surely a bit more scattered Saturday morning with those clear skies to start. So bear that in mind over the next few days. We're going to track that plus breezy conditions. And when it comes to rainfall, you see here, low chances today, possible chances Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but they're all variable, as you see here. Isolated Friday, widespread Saturday, and maybe a couple scattered showers early on Sunday. So your 7-day forecast, as you see here, temperatures slowly climb into the upper 50s, low 60s by the weekend. And we hover in this pretty consistent pattern here, mid-50s to as high as the low 60s for the next 5 to 7 days. We'll be right back.
Good morning once again, and thank you for joining us for this half hour after a bit of a soaker all day yesterday. A cool morning, but Eric, you said it's going to be a pretty dry day today, right?
Yeah, that's right, Gary. A whole lot less in terms of rainfall. Yesterday was just a gloomy, rainy, soaking day, but yes, we take a live look in Cooperstown this morning, and no more widespread rain to start your day. In fact, aside from maybe a stray shower, expect a scene like this for the entire afternoon and evening. Current temperature 38. It's slowly falling as the clouds are clearing out. We got that radiational cooling taking place. So between now and say the next 20 to 25 minutes before that sunrise actually arrives, we're going to see those temperatures plummet, which will produce patchy fog and some very isolated pockets of frost this morning. So the radar right now, obviously it's pretty dry. We have some rain showers out to our west. They are expected to fall apart. Again, maybe a stray shower from that will reach sections of the southern valleys, but other than that, it's going to be a pretty dry morning. We're now at 36 officially at Griffith, 34 Hamilton, 37 Johnstown and Syracuse, and 37 as well down in Binghamton. And as we head throughout the day today, we're going to go from the 30s up into the 50s. So similar temperature to yesterday, but it's a lot more sunny, so I think we'll definitely take that and run with it. Now, again, we have a very low chance of a shower today. There's a better shot for rain tomorrow mixed in with that sunshine. Now, this weekend, we have some updates on that rainfall forecast, as we could actually be on the drier side. Some of you might not even see a drop of rain. Others, well, a different story. But we'll break down the positioning of that rainfall arriving for your Mother's Day weekend coming up in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. This morning, Iran.
News Channel 2 is brought to you by Holland Farms Bakery and Deli. This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Happy Thursday morning, everybody. Welcome back to News Channel 2 at sunrise. Our photo of the day today brings us to a spot we haven't checked out in quite a little bit. This one takes us to Little Falls and a snapshot of what this photographer, Mark, stated was Bartlett pear flowers. So I never knew the names of these before. I've seen them, but I guess know the exact name of these flowers. But either way, an amazing shot right here. Give me flower photos, blooming, cherry trees, apple blossoms, any type of flower, you name it. Go to WKTV.com/weather/picks. Not too often throughout the year are we witnessing a bunch of blooming taking place. So I'd love to see as many photos as I can over the next few days regarding the springtime season. So, of course, that photo and every photo every morning brought to you by GPO Federal Credit Union. So today, we've got a pretty nice day. I know we're in the 50s, but we got some sun shining and rainfall chances very low, if any. We do have some more opportunity for rain tomorrow and Saturday and on Sunday, but it's all about the timing and location, because some of us might remain mostly dry. We'll dive into that for you coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. July 4th is now
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with some sunshine this morning. Temperatures beginning in the 30s as well, with skies clearing out. Here's a look outside in Utica. Crystal clear skies, as Gary mentioned, that canary color this morning. We begin, too, with some increasing temperatures as we head throughout the morning into the 50s as we approach the afternoon. And that's about as warm as we get today. So similar temperatures to yesterday, maybe slightly warmer. Certainly slightly below average. Our normal high sits at 66. But the key here is the winds will be pretty breezy this afternoon. 10 to 15 mile per hour sustained winds. Feels like temperatures down into the upper 40s to low 50s. But aside from that, looking at a pretty nice day today. Isolated shower chances. Certainly possible, not very likely though. In fact, much of the day today will be favoring completely dry conditions. As we head overnight tonight, we're going to see the passing of a brief shower or two. Yes, there could be some mixing in some of those higher elevations in the southern valleys. Friday, we are favoring a mix of clouds, a couple rain showers in the morning. We are expecting some sunshine to roll through too, so it's not going to be an entirely dry day today. No washout expected. Now, there are some changes to the forecast as we head into Saturday. We begin, of course, with clear skies overnight, patchy frost possible Saturday morning. And then as we head into the late morning and early afternoon, watch the arrival of rainfall right here. You see, it begins in the southern valleys, Shenango and Otsego counties. Then as it progresses, notice it pretty much stays generally east. The farther north and west you go, say closer to Camden and Sylvan Beach, you might luck out without a drop of rain at all. So it's largely location dependent Saturday. Some areas, especially in the Catskills and the Capital Region, seeing a bit of a washout. But it all depends on if that's going to continue to shift its way east or pull back out west. We'll have updates throughout the day tomorrow. Still, though, a couple of rain showers arriving again on Sunday. Mainly the morning hours, though. So frost risk, a little bit isolated as we head into tonight through tomorrow. You see here Saturday morning, certainly a bit more scattered in nature. But either way, we look at the wind speeds, bit breezy the next few days, certainly not getting any relief in terms of that wind. Rainfall outlook, low if any today. Possible chances Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but those possible chances vary with a few isolated showers Friday, widespread rain in some spots Saturday, and then a couple scattered showers on Sunday. Your 7-day forecast, we're in the 50s and 60s pretty consistently over the next 5 to 7 days, still remaining slightly below average for mid-May standards.
The news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here this morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And the good news about all that soaking rain we've been seeing, the lawns are unbelievably green.
Yes, I've noticed that too. Of course, we enter summertime. We see the lawns get a bit more brown, but this is probably the healthiest I've seen them in quite a while. And yes, the rainfall, a good soaking rain yesterday, today, a bit drier.
Oh, good.
Let's take a look at the latest conditions outside right now. First off, here's a live view from our tower cam overlooking the city of Utica. A pretty bright scene over the city now. Quite a difference compared to yesterday's cloudy, foggy, and damp conditions to start. We look at the radar. Again, things starting out relatively dry. We zoom out a little bit, and we are still looking at a few stray showers just passing Toronto, now over Lake Ontario, pushing toward the Buffalo area and the Rochester area. So, will we see this rainfall? Some of us, especially as you head farther south, could see a stray shower. But that's really about it. If it lasts for maybe a few minutes, then we're going to see some sunshine return. Either way, we've dropped quickly. We started out in the upper 30s, low 40s about an hour or so ago. As the clouds exited to the east, well, it's allowed radiational cooling to take place, and we're dropping down into the 30s right now. So after a chilly start today, we are climbing into the 50s with a lot more sunshine compared to yesterday. And after that, though, tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday, we're tracking rain chances. We have some updates as to the location of the rain, the timing of the rain, and as well as the amount of the rain. So stay tuned for the latest trends and what you can expect for your Mother's Day weekend forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. We are continuing to follow that break.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Beautiful scene in Cooperstown this morning. Welcome back to Sunrise. Time now 6:13. Here's what you can expect heading out the door this morning in your forecast in a minute. We first start out with taking a live view of downtown Utica from our Nexus Center camera. We've got almost completely clear skies now. A few hours ago, it was still pretty cloudy, so quite a difference a few hours makes. 34 the temperature, calm winds initially, so bear that in mind as you head out the door to grab that decent jacket after we head throughout the morning. We'll see those temperatures slowly climb. Yorkville Battery Live Radar, we are dry right now. A couple of showers out to the west. We'll see how they pan out, but for the time being, expect just mainly an isolated shower or two south of the Mohawk Valley. Aside from that, it's a generally dry day today. Visibility-wise, I'm looking right now off camera at our latest satellite feed coming in, and so far it looks that fog is incredibly isolated. You see, of course, some foggy spots in Camden, but that's really about it. The rest of us, we got some sunny skies and potentially some patchy frost. Either way, we're going from the 30s up into the 50s this afternoon with plenty of sunshine. Again, as I mentioned, that stray shower is certainly possible. There's a better shot for rain tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, but better shot is relative. We might actually have some pretty decent dry conditions depending on location and timing. We'll dive into that here coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. 2 new 4-story hotels.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. Time now is 6:20, and on this Thursday, we're seeing a whole lot more sun than yesterday. Yesterday, a bit of a gloomy, damp, dreary day. In fact, a bit of a different story now. I want to take a live look in downtown Utica with the blue skies out there. A beautiful scene to start your day today, and temperatures starting out a bit chilly in the 30s. We're going to climb into the low to mid 50s this afternoon. Keep in mind, though, we're still roughly a little more than 10 degrees below average. Normal high this time of year, 66 degrees. Now today, the winds are certainly something to look out for. We've got wind speeds 10 to 15 miles an hour. It's a bit of a blustery day today, but besides that, it's going to be almost entirely sunny. Now, almost is a key word here, because as we look in the afternoon, there could be a chance of a very, very small, brief shower rolling through the area in the early afternoon. Won't last, and following that, of course, sunshine continues to the evening, and eventually we've got clear skies early overnight with a few passing clouds and a couple stray showers Friday morning. You see here an isolated chance there. Same thing as we head into the late morning and early afternoon. So certainly not a completely dry day tomorrow, a couple scattered rain showers. Following that, you see here by 5 p.m., sunshine, again, a couple stray showers mainly in the southern valleys. Overnight, we're going to see skies clear out, potential frost early Saturday, and then Saturday starts out dry. We're going to see rainfall approach, but notice the rainfall location. Look at that. This is the latest data that just came in the last few minutes, by the way. The data I was showing in the last half hour, this is brand new stuff here, and I'm seeing it for the first time as well. It's actually trended more to the east. So Saturday is actually looking a lot drier than we initially anticipated. So some good news along that front. We actually could see a whole lot less of any rainfall before more rain arrives heading into early Sunday morning. But again, that's not expected to last. Later in the day Sunday, looking more on the dry side. So again, when it comes to frost chances, a couple isolated frost locations early tomorrow morning. Same thing, a bit more of a scattered chance for frost Saturday morning with those clear skies. But either way, we got frost, we've got breezy conditions as we head throughout today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. So based off of that brand new data, Saturday is looking a little nicer. And with the sunshine peeking out, we could actually hit the 60-degree mark. So Mother's Day weekend's actually starting to trend a whole lot nicer than we originally thought here, with drier conditions Saturday, drier conditions on Sunday. Now, yes, our temperatures here are still not likely to get anywhere higher than the mid-60s across the next several days throughout the next week or so, but if it, at least in the upper 50s, low 60s, pretty consistent, the temperature. We're talking probably about mid to late April type temperatures, so not too bad. And certainly the sunshine is something we're not complaining about either.
Yeah, we'll take the sun when we can get it.
That's right.
Eric, thanks. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter, our social. Good morning once again, and thank you for joining us for this half hour after a bit of a soaker all day yesterday. A cool morning today, and Eric, you were mentioning a pretty dry day today as well.
Yeah, that's right. You can see, of course, all that sunshine over the city of Utica right now. Here's a look outside in our tower cam, and overall a pretty chilly, but again, dry scene out there today. We zoom out here on the Yorkville Battery Live radar, and so far radar scans showing us we have, again, pretty dry conditions locally. Of course, we have some rain showers out in the western portions of the state over the Lake Ontario waters, but as it pushes its way eastward, it's going to fall apart a little bit. Still, though, a stray shower not necessarily ruled out later this morning. So we look at the latest conditions outside right now: 34 in Rome, 32 Hamilton, 36 degrees in Johnstown. As we head throughout the day today, we're going to see those temperatures begin to climb from the 30s up into the 50s this afternoon with, again, mainly dry weather, lots of sunshine. Now, as we head into the next few days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there's rain chances each of those days, but it all depends on one, location, and two, timing. And we'll see exactly that information plus the amounts and everything you need to know for that Mother's Day weekend forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Iran says it is now.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to Sunrise on this Thursday morning. Here's a look at your photo of the day today, which brings us to Little Falls, and a great shot here sent in by Mark of Bartlett Pear Flowers. So I guess first time I've learned the exact name of these flowers. Obviously, I've seen them quite a bit across the area with some of the blooming taking place, and I love to see as many blooming photos as you have of trees, of flowers, bushes, you name it. It's only a very short window of time here locally we get to see all those flowers peeking out. Either way, if you have a photo like this you'd like to send to us, go to WKTV.com/weather/pics. And as always, this photo and every photo every morning brought to you by GPO Federal Credit Union. So today, we start out a bit chilly. We got some sunshine on tap. Highs are climbing into the 50s. Now, we've got pretty consistent temperatures the next few days. Notice we have also some rain chances as well. Despite that, we have some new updates on the rainfall possibility as we head into the weekend and even early next week. We'll dive into those changes for you coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Ted Turner. And
York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody, on this Thursday. Unlike yesterday's widespread gloomy rain, today a much different story. We begin with plenty of sunshine. Here's a look outside right now in downtown Utica. Crystal clear blue skies and temperatures starting out in the 30s as the clouds have decreased compared to a few hours ago. So we start out a bit chilly. We climb into the mid 50s. Our normal high this time of year at 66. So yes, we are below average, but hey, at least the sun is shining today. Wind speeds a little blustery, 10 to 15 miles an hour. That feels like temperature a little bit on the cooler side. We're talking upper 40s to low 50s. But either way, as you see here, plenty of sunshine today. We've got the possibility of a brief light shower in the late morning and early afternoon as we have a rain out to our west that's going to approach. Again, it's going to fall apart for the most part. Then aside from that, we got plenty of sun in the evening and then clear skies initially overnight before clouds increase. And we have a few scattered showers to track for your Friday. Yes, potentially some mixing in those highest elevations in the southern valleys, but that's about it. We see some sunshine early Friday and then a few clouds, a couple stray rain showers here and there. Basically a mix of sun, clouds, and rain. Then as we head closer to the evening, southern valleys really the highest chance of seeing a couple showers. Mohawk Valley a bit more dry, North Country completely dry. Frost potential as we head into the overnight hours and early Saturday. Now this is the latest trend in the rainfall conditions for Saturday. We mentioned yesterday and the day before there's a possibility of widespread rain Saturday. Now this is the latest trend in that rain. Clouds increase around noontime, rainfall basically in the Otsego County area. That's about it. For a lot of the rest of central New York, it's looking almost entirely dry. So the latest trends are pushing it more and more east. So by 6 p.m., I mean, we got some sunshine and we're pushing near 60. So compared to what it looked like a few days ago, this is certainly an outcome we support. I'm sure a lot of you would support that, having some more dry weather for Mother's Day weekend. Sunday, by the way, starts out dry early. We have a couple stray showers in the morning, and then we'll have some dry weather in the afternoon. So frost risk tonight, basically isolated into those higher elevations north. More scattered opportunities for frost as we head into Saturday morning. But nonetheless, over the next few days, winds pretty persistent. That's just the main big story, aside from those on and off rain chances. So again, as you look at our 7-day forecast, we've got potential of a couple stray showers Friday, Saturday, mainly in Otsego County. Sunday, rain showers early, drying up. Overall, though, temperatures hovering in the upper 50s for much of the early part of next week. Gary?
Eric, thanks. July 4th is now less than 2 months away, and celebrations. Eric Gage joining us now. And Eric, you've been looking into the situation with Lake Ontario as well.
Yeah, I was diving into some of the facts and the numbers here. And I mean, a couple main things. One, which you touched on too, is the fact that all that water drains into Lake Ontario. In fact, a couple other ones I want to mention too. So to start, again, we've had increased rain and snowfall over the last 6 to 9 months. I will show that map here in a second. On top of that, we also, as Gary mentioned, saw all the water from the Great Lakes moving into Lake Ontario. That also increases those water level risks. And it has also reached this level of around 33% of the time in the last 60 plus years. So this is the percent of normal precipitation here across all of the Great Lakes region. This is in the last 7 days, or in this case, this past month. I'm going to go to the 60-day map here, where you can see that a lot of these spots upwards of 400% above the normal here. And let me go 9 months out here too. Even the last 9 months still above average. We go back 6 months, still looking at relatively higher numbers than usual. So again, this is a scenario where the flood water, or the waters that is, are rising, but they are slowing down, and there are mitigation efforts when they do see these levels rise. But just as a precaution, again, this is why they raise concerns when they see increased rainfall and snowfall and all that drainage, which could produce that flooding. Now, aside from that, It's a pretty quiet day here in central New York. After a rainy, gloomy day yesterday, quite the opposite today. Lots of sunshine, a few passing clouds, but that's about it. The sunshine returns yet again. We'll see highs in the upper 40s to low 50s. Now, the next 12 hours you see here, still plenty of dry weather. Tonight, we start out dry. Maybe we can see a couple passing showers tomorrow. And we do have some updates on that weekend forecast for Mother's Day weekend. Will we see any rainfall, or is it trending more on the dry side? The details straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Brand new this noon, the Oneida County Sheriff's Office held their annual awards.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, or good afternoon, everybody. After a chilly morning outside, temperatures in the 30s, we've warmed up a little bit, and we've still seen plenty of sunshine. Now, we do have a few clouds out there right now. The current conditions, officially mostly cloudy, 49, a decent westerly, northwesterly wind around 14 miles an hour, so it feels like 44 out. A little bit cooler, but still, as long as the sun is shining, that's all that matters, right? Yes, I know it could be warm. We could turn that thermostat up, but this is as best as we can do right now, so we'll definitely enjoy what we have here. Normal high sits at 66 this time of year. We peak in the mid-50s as the wind speeds still remain pretty strong throughout the next few hours. They will weaken as we head into tonight. So on our Skycast, you can see the increased cloud cover this afternoon. We will see more sunshine arrive again this evening before we remain mostly clear early tonight. Clouds increase tomorrow. Certainly a little more unsettled compared to today. Scattered rain showers in the morning, mainly in the southern valleys. A couple of spots producing maybe some mixing in those highest elevations. As we head into the afternoon, we climb into the upper 40s, low 50s. Again, a couple scattered rain showers here and there, but still, it's a mostly dry day. And the brunt of the rainfall chances take place south of the Thruway corridor. Then by Friday night, we see skies clear out. Patchy frost certainly possible, especially in those valley locations or areas that are shielded from the south winds. As we start out Saturday, the latest trends have the rainfall that we were expecting to be pretty widespread, mainly shifting to the east. Now, this doesn't rule out rainfall entirely. For the time being, we still could see some nuisance, spotty drizzle here and there throughout the day Saturday, but at least the brunt of the heavier rain is staying out toward the Catskills and Capital Region. Then, after we do dry up in the evening, hopefully with some peaks of sunshine, it does remain mostly dry Saturday night. And then we have the arrival of a frontal boundary Sunday, and this arrives with rainfall in the early morning hours and hopefully does dry up just in time for the evening. So when it comes to the winds, as I mentioned, today is a little blustery. It's going to remain breezy the next few days, albeit from different wind directions. Friday, we have still northwesterly winds. Saturday into Saturday night, we've got more of a south wind at play, so mainly locations in the highest hills south of the Mohawk Valley have the best shot of seeing the strongest wind gusts. So your 7-day forecast, still for now, we've got that chance of rain on Saturday. It looks to trend a bit more to the south and to the east. Mother's Day starting out a little unsettled, but hopefully by the evening we see a lot more in terms of dry weather. Either way, it's still looking to be rather cool for the next 5 to 7 days. 50s, low 60s, not too bad. I mean, it is cooler, but as long as we have some sunshine peeking out, of course, a lot of trees already blooming, a lot of greenery, so already the moods are changed as we enter the mid-May.
A good walk afternoon out there.
That's right.
Eric, thanks. Well, the small cruise meteorologist Eric Gage joining us now, and Eric, it has turned out to be a very nice day out there. A lot of sun, a little bit cool, but not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, similar temperatures to yesterday, but at least, again, the sun is shining.
Yeah.
It's not so drizzly and dark like yesterday. Here's a look outside, a beautiful scene over the Mohawk Valley from our tower cam high atop Smith Hill here in Deerfield, and certainly it's a much nicer day, a much drier day. Look at the Yorkville Battery Live radar. We've got dry conditions all across central New York, and it's going to stay that way for the next couple of hours. In fact, through the early part of tonight. Temperatures already climbing to near 50. Now, this is probably about as warm as we get today. We got the strong northwest wind here, keeping these temperatures on the cooler side. So with that in mind, as you see here today, we've got highs in the low 50s. We're cooling down into the 40s tonight, some spots down into the 30s before a few scattered showers roll through, especially in the southern valleys. Now, as we approach, say, Saturday and Sunday, we are tracking some rain chances. We'll let you know, at least when it comes to your Mother's Day weekend forecast, how it'll shape up. Coming up again in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. We have learned today that former New York City Mayor Rudy
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today we are starting out with some sunshine, long-awaited sunshine after such a gloomy and damp day yesterday. Widespread rain now today. Much different story. Plenty of blue skies over the city right now, and temperatures still hovering in the 40s, officially 49 at Griffiths in Rome. A decent wind, 14 miles an hour. Feels like 44 out, so certainly the feels like temperature bringing us back to, say, March type conditions. Our normal high sits at 66 this time of year, so certainly we are well below average. But hey, at least the sun is shining out there. The winds will remain rather blustery until around 6, 7 o'clock. Then the winds will weaken as we head into the overnight hours tonight. Now, when it comes to rainfall, we're basically in the hit or miss type category the next several days. We begin with the miss part this evening. Plenty of sunshine, a bit blustery, but not too bad for any condition or any plans you have outside today. Just make sure you grab that light jacket. Now, overnight tonight, we have a few more scattered rain showers, mainly falling south of the Thruway corridor. Potentially some mixing in the highest of elevations, but won't amount to anything as we warm up into the 40s by noontime. A few more scattered showers Friday. Sunshine works in, mixed in with some of these downpours and showers Friday evening. And then by the late evening and overnight, we clear out again with overnight lows in the 30s. Patchy frost possible in some of those sheltered areas from those winds early Saturday morning. As we head throughout Saturday, the one update compared to the data we saw yesterday was the fact that the rain is not as widespread as anticipated. We are tracking that rain moving in, but notice a lot of that mainly missing central New York. Now, in full transparency here, this could shift back a bit more to the west. There could be a few more stray showers, but if this is the solution we could be seeing, maybe we could see some more sunshine as we head into Saturday evening. But after that, it does remain dry Saturday night, and then heading into early Sunday for Mother's Day. We've got some rain early in the morning that'll exit, and we have some drier weather to follow. So regardless of the rain conditions, we have breezy weather over the next few days. Today, tomorrow, mainly northwest winds. Saturday, a bit more blustery from the southwest, and then same thing on Sunday. But at least with the rainfall, like you see here, possible chances tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, with the lowest shot being today. Your 7-day forecast, again, trending drier for Saturday. Don't be surprised to see this change a little bit for our evening forecast here. When it comes to temperatures as well, we're still hovering in the 50s and low 60s. Seasonably cool, but still not unseasonably cool for the next 5 to 7 days. Gary?
Eric, thanks. A news talk.
Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Beautiful day today. A little cool out there, but the sun was out and it was completely dry. Night and day compared to yesterday. It's live look in downtown Utica. Bright blue sunny skies. Temperatures are cool, but still warmer than yesterday. 55 degrees, sunny skies. We've got low humidity in place and there is a breeze. Tracking a couple of sprinkles to the west. Some of these will be arriving later tonight, especially south of the Mohawk Valley. Not a big deal. We're looking at just an isolated shower or two as we head into tonight and tomorrow, especially south of the Mohawk Valley. Next chance of rain region-wide looks to be Saturday afternoon. Looks like that round of rain will be here. Won't last all day like what we dealt with yesterday, but that'll be our next chance of widespread rainfall. Partly sunny skies. Temperatures in the 50s this evening. We're tracking a pretty nice weekend heading into Mother's Day. And we'll look at the forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
Over a month late, Governor Hochul, however, held
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Turned out to be a lovely day. Cool for this time of the year, but the sun definitely helps. And it was a lot nicer than yesterday, for sure. Live look at downtown Utica, bright blue sunny skies. The weather remains dry this evening. There's a few showers showing up on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, but a lot of these will end up heading south and drying out before they produce maybe a few sprinkles here later tonight. And we do have the chance for a shower early Friday morning, but for the most part, the weather will remain dry over the next 24 hours. A reminder, you can always get weather information on the go by downloading our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. Bright blue sunny skies, temperatures made it into the mid-50s this afternoon across central New York. Some cloud cover on the way from the west will be arriving tonight. Actually, that cloud cover might help us avoid a frost. We did get a frost last night, 33 degrees, the official low at Griffiths and Rome. A lot of places fell below freezing. We're looking at the chance for some frost tonight. We get away from it over the weekend, but then frost chances early next week. So just a reminder, this is not the weekend to get out and plant, at least anything sensitive to frost, because we still have chances here heading into next week. Again, this is not unprecedented. It's not until the end of May that we traditionally see the end of the frost season, and the growing season really kicks off here, which is still a few weeks away. If you are cutting the grass, tomorrow is a good day to do that. Saturday, not so much. We have rain in the forecast. Sunday, yes. Our MoCast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. The hummingbirds are out. Take a look at this picture. This is from Dolgeville, spotted earlier this week from Christie. We've been getting numerous reports of hummingbirds. The early arrivals are finally coming here, which is a little bit earlier than usual. They usually arrive on Mother's Day weekend for the most part. So, again, a couple of days early this year because of the warmer weather that we've had in April. Bigger picture shows, again, some scattered showers to the west. These will be arriving tonight, especially south of the Mohawk Valley. Temperatures will drop into the upper 30s. Tomorrow, we're looking at partly sunny skies. There's an isolated chance of a shower, and it's mainly south of the Mohawk Valley. Otherwise, a partly sunny day, similar to today, with temperatures in the mid-50s. Maybe not quite as sunny. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy skies. Overnight lows drop down into the upper 30s. And then on Saturday, we're looking at sunshine giving way to clouds. Steady rain arrives in the afternoon, especially south and east of Utica. Temperatures make their way into the upper 50s. Scattered showers tonight, low temperatures in the mid-30s. Tomorrow, looking at partly sunny skies, a brief shower, especially south of the Mohawk Valley, 56. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Showers Saturday, temperatures in the mid-50s. Mother's Day looks nice. It looks like it's going to stay dry, 62. Monday and Tuesday, partly sunny skies, rain chances heading into Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, Bill, thank you.
Health experts are working around the clock to
Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Turned out to be a lovely day today, but we had a frost this morning, and we have frost chances ahead. So if you're looking to plant as we head into Mother's Day weekend, just be careful what you're planting. Nothing that is sensitive to frost like tomatoes or peppers. We don't have our last frost here for another couple more weeks. It's usually Memorial Day weekend that we give the green light to plant. But sometimes it's even a little bit later, especially in the Adirondacks. So live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Lovely day. We had a decent amount of sunshine this afternoon and helped temperatures get into the mid-50s. Breezy out there, but it is going to turn out to be a pretty nice evening. Slight chance of a shower as we head into tonight. A couple of cool days here. We're into the low 60s Sunday, but in general, we'll be in the 50s here throughout the rest of the week, which is about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than average for this time of the year. If you are taking the dog out for a walk, again, it's a nice evening to get out. Sunshine, temperatures in the 50s. Tonight's featured dog Mia Ray from North Utica. If you want to be part of this, head to Skycast WKTV on Facebook. This is brought to you by Nissan. Kristen, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Menopause brings on hot flashes and
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Turned out to be a lovely day with lots of sunshine. A little chilly out there for this time of the year. We're typically in the low to mid 60s, but we're only in the 50s today. Upper 40s in the Adirondacks. This is looking Old Forge. But again, the sunshine really does help, especially the May sun. It's really strong. The sun in May is similar to August in terms of intensity. We are just a couple of weeks away from the summer solstice, which is about a month and a half away. So you look at the bigger picture, we are tracking a few sprinkles to the west. A few of these will be arriving tonight, not a big deal. Reminder, you can always get weather information on the go by downloading our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. There's a frost that's possible tonight, especially north of the Mohawk Valley, where I think there'll be more clearing. The frost may be limited south of the valley, where the clouds hang on a little bit longer. But just want to point out that you're not going to see any frost advisories issued by the National Weather Service until May 11th. That's typically when they start issuing them. It's just an average that they determine for the start of the growing season. So again, we'll be looking for these heading into next week, because I don't think we're done with frost just yet. We have a few chances tonight, tomorrow night, and then for the middle of next week. So if you're thinking about planting, I would hold off on anything sensitive to frost. Whitesboro 54 degrees, Barneville 50, Micah New Hartford 55, Old Forge 43, Jeff and Mohawk 53 degrees, Cooperstown 49, Worcester 55. Today's weather, again, pretty nice. We're at the backside of a cold front that came through yesterday. We're noticing a few clouds and sprinkles to the west as an area of upper level low pressure arrives. It's very weak, but it will give us at least a chance for some sprinkles here tonight. Temperatures will drop down into the mid to upper 30s. Notice cloud cover will be more extensive south of the Mohawk Valley. We start out tomorrow morning with sunshine. It looks like a pretty nice day. A few fair weather clouds, so not as sunny as today, but still pretty nice, breezy. Chance of a shower south of the Mohawk Valley. Temperatures in the mid 50s. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy skies. We're down into the upper 30s. On Saturday, it looks like a nice start to the day, but watch what happens as we head into the afternoon. Clouds thicken up, and then some rain arrives. Skycast has it south and east, but I think it might be affecting more of the area than what Skycast is showing. I think it's going to be a steadier rain in the afternoon and evening. It doesn't last all day, and then it moves out, and we get a chance to dry out Saturday night. A few showers tonight, low of 36. Tomorrow, partly sunny. A brief shower is possible, especially south of the Mohawk Valley. A high of 56. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Rather rain here Saturday afternoon, 56. Mother's Day looks pretty nice. I think the shower threat will be very limited. 62 for the high. Partly sunny Monday, Tuesday. Dry. Highs in the upper 50s. Rain returns Wednesday and Thursday with highs near 60. We'll be right back.
Look at the forecast at 6 with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Turned out to be a beautiful day today with lots of sunshine. Cool for this time of the year, 53 degrees the current temperature. Also breezy. The wind will be dying down tonight as the sun sets, which is after 8 o'clock these days. We are tracking a few passing showers to the west. Most of these will be arriving late tonight, and it's primarily south of the Mohawk Valley. Our weather headlines, again, a few scattered showers tonight. Partly sunny tomorrow. Not quite as sunny as today, but it still looks pretty nice. An isolated shower, especially south of the Mohawk Valley. Next chance of steady rain looks to be Saturday afternoon. And it does look wet here for the second half of the day. Partly sunny this evening, temperatures in the 50s. We are tracking a pretty nice start to next week. Some warmer weather ahead, too. We're going to look at the forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
Governor Hochul announced there is a budget agreement in place.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Turning out to be a beautiful day today, way different than yesterday. Lots and lots of sunshine, blue skies, a live look in downtown Utica. It was a chilly start. We did fall below freezing in a lot of places early this morning. But again, the sun came out and we made it into the 50s. A couple of sprinkles out there as we take a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The air is really dry, so a lot of what's showing up from Syracuse westward won't make it to the ground, but this might out towards Buffalo, and that's still several hours away. Chance of a shower here as we head into late tonight, mainly south of the Mohawk Valley. A reminder, you can always get weather information on the go by downloading our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. Hold off on planting anything sensitive to frost. We have frost chances in the forecast, actually several chances for frost in the forecast, with a possible freeze in spots heading into Monday night, just depending on how things play out. So we're not done with our final frost of the season just yet, which is typically late May here in central New York. This weather pattern isn't all that unusual. Looking to cut the lawn, tomorrow's a good day for that. Saturday, not so much. We have rain in the forecast. Sunday, the weather does look nicer. Our MoCast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. The hummingbirds have returned. We're getting a lot of reports of them. This one from Dolgeville, from Christie. We've been getting, again, lots and lots of early arrivals here. They're usually here around Mother's Day weekend. They're a few days early, and again, it's just a sign that spring is here, and so is the warmer weather. Well, eventually. Whitesboro, 54 degrees. Micah, New Hartford, 55. Barneveld, 50. Jeff and Mohawk, 53 degrees. Donna, Norway, 52. Stewart, Cooperstown, 49. Scott in Edmonston, 51. Tracking a few sprinkles from the west, we have an area of upper level low pressure that's driving a few scattered showers. That will be the case tonight and early tomorrow. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, partly cloudy skies. I actually think the cloud cover will prevent frost in many spots south of the Mohawk Valley tonight. To the north, though, we're in the low 30s. Sunshine to start out tomorrow morning. It looks like a nice day, not quite as sunny as today. A few fair weather clouds. Chance of a shower south of the Mohawk Valley. Temperatures in the 50s. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy skies. We're down into the upper 30s. Saturday starts out with some sunshine. A quick area of low pressure, fast-moving area of low pressure moves through, and it does bring some rain Saturday afternoon and into Saturday evening, but this should leave before Sunday. Scattered showers tonight, low of 36. A passing shower tomorrow, mainly south of the Mohawk Valley. Partly sunny, pleasant afternoon, a high of 56. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Afternoon rain Saturday, 56. Mother's Day is trending nice, just an isolated shower. I think most of the day will be nice, and it's the warmest day of the week. Highs in the low 60s. Temperatures in the upper 50s Monday and Tuesday. Rain chances Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, Bill, thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6 forecast with meteorologist James DeFazio.
Yes. What a difference a day makes.
Still talking a little bit about frost.
We are.
And you know what, though? These days are getting less and less.
They are, and I want to point out that even though we are tracking frost possible on and off over the next 5 days, It's not uncommon. We typically see our last frost towards the last week of May, so this isn't totally out of the ordinary for us to continuing to see frost this late into the spring. What is unusual is our high temperatures. Our high temperatures have only been in the 40s and 50s. We need to get those back to where average lies, which by this time of the year would be the low 60s. Seasonably cool yet again tonight. Temperatures in the upper 30s in the North Country. We're in the 40s across central New York, and most of the southern valleys in the upper 40s as well. Cooperstown, the lone exception there at 39 degrees. Currently, we're taking a look at current conditions. 46 degrees with cloudy skies at Griffiths and Rome, and light winds out of the west-northwest at just 3 miles per hour. Very dry air, that dew point at 27 degrees, and that's helping prevent these showers from reaching the ground. A couple of sprinkles showing up on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, but again, none of those are reaching the ground. The warmest day of the upcoming 5 going to be Mother's Day. Good shout out to the mothers. They deserve it, and Mother's Day is looking rather warm with highs in the low 60s. Coming up, we'll take a look at the entirety of your weekend's forecast. Jason?
All right, James, thank you. While it is over a month late, some optimism from Governor Hochul this
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Thursday evening. After an absolutely dreadful Wednesday, things rebounded a little bit today. We got to climb into the upper 50s. We saw some pleasant sunshine. It ended up being a relatively pleasant day after a dreadful Wednesday. Taking a look at what we're tracking in detail, there's a few scattered showers out there tonight, but most of us stay dry. Tomorrow, that's the same story. Partly sunny for most of us, isolated showers for some. That would be primarily across the southern tier. And a steady rain arrives Saturday afternoon. It's Saturday afternoon looking like a wet day. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, a couple of sprinkles. These are not reaching the ground due to dry air in the atmosphere. Back to the west, these over by Oswego, those may be reaching the ground, but locally, we're not seeing any precipitation reaching the ground at this time. 46 degrees with cloudy skies at Griffiths and Rome, and just a 3-mile-per-hour breeze out of the west-northwest. And again, that dew point down in the 20s, indicating that dry air in place. The bigger picture showing those scattered showers for tonight. Scattered showers during the day tomorrow, primarily south of the Thruway. They're very few and far between. As we head into Saturday, more widespread rain arrives Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, especially areas south and east of Utica see a very soaking rainfall as we head into Sunday. And then as we head into Mother's Day, a beautiful start to Mother's Day and beautiful weather for Mother's Day expected, and that's going to probably be your best chance to get the lawn cut, your Clinton Tractor and Implement Mowcast. You probably could get it cut tomorrow as well, in between the showers or before the showers. Saturday, unfortunately, looking a little too wet. A look at your Skycast for tonight, showing temperatures dropping into the 30s, especially across the North Country. The frost threat is by far the highest across the North Country. That's because that is where areas will clear out the most tonight. We will see some areas of patchy frost across central New York, depending on who clears out the most. As we head into tomorrow, you'll see those showers form by midday, primarily across the Thruway and points southward. Brief showers with sunshine in between them, with temperatures rising into the mid-50s. Calm conditions by Thursday evening into Friday morning. Friday looking relatively quiet and calm as well. And that continues into the beginning of the weekend. Saturday begins calm. It doesn't finish that way, unfortunately. Tonight, a couple of those scattered showers, lows in the mid-30s. Look at the 7-day forecast. We'll break it all down. A couple of showers across the southern tier tomorrow. Saturday, we're tracking some showers across all of the region during the afternoon and evening. Beautiful weather for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And then the weather turns showery again by next Wednesday.
Forecast with I almost called you Chief. I'm so used to saying it.
I'll take it.
The Chief for the night, meteorologist James DeFazio. We're still watching the possibility of frost.
Yes.
But those days are getting less and less as we get
We're
further
about
into
2
May.
weeks away from being able to tell you that it's safe to plant, but it's normal for us to still see periods of frost, frost possible nights as we continue towards the end of May. We don't typically see our last frost until the last week of May, and that's why we don't recommend planting until after Memorial Day weekend. Until then, we continue to see frosty conditions. Temperatures tonight are in the 30s to low 40s. The map didn't load, but hopefully current conditions comes up here. Here we go. Current conditions, 40 degrees with clear skies at Griffith and Rome, and clear skies, calm winds, going to allow for temperatures to drop into the 30s tonight. That's why we're forecasting that widespread patchy frost. A look at your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. There's a couple sprinkles showing up on there, but they're not reaching the ground. There's quite a bit of dry air in place, preventing that from reaching the surface. We're seeing that evaporate well before it reaches the surface. A look at your temperature trend. The nicest day of the upcoming 5-day spread, by far, Mother's Day, and they deserve it. And we're happy to say we're going to have temperatures in the low 60s with partly sunny skies Sunday. Coming up, we'll have the entirety of your weekend forecast. Jason?
All right, thank you, James. Well, it is... The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Thursday evening. We were blessed with a little bit of a nicer afternoon today after an absolutely miserable Wednesday. We were rewarded a little bit this Thursday with slightly warmer temperatures and more pleasant conditions. What are we tracking? A few scattered showers tonight, although most of us stay dry. Same can be said for tomorrow. It's primarily partly sunny, but there will be some isolated showers across the southern valleys. And then steady rain works in Saturday afternoon. That's our next widespread rainmaker. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Quiet and dry locally. A couple of showers back towards the city of Oswego. Those are working west to east, working towards the Tug Hill Plateau. Currently 40 degrees with clear skies at Griffith and Rome, and clear skies with calm winds is going to allow for these temperatures to drop down into the 30s, and that's why we're going to see widespread patchy frost tonight. Look at your bigger picture showing a couple of those scattered showers tonight, and then as we head into tomorrow afternoon and evening, those showers scattered to isolated south of the Mohawk Valley, and then drier conditions come in for the overnight for Friday, especially for Friday. As we head towards Saturday morning, it begins dry, but it doesn't finish this way. Widespread rain overspreads the region Saturday afternoon and evening, and then drier conditions settle in by Sunday morning. Clinton Tractor and Implement Mowcast. You could get the lawn cut tomorrow. Sunday is by far the best day. Mother's Day looking very pleasant. We're looking at temperatures in the mid to upper 50s, possibly even low 60s, with dry conditions by the time we head into the back half of the weekend. Your Skycast for tonight showing temperatures dropping down into the 30s, a widespread frost. The most widespread area of frost will be across the North Country, where the fewest clouds will form overnight. But we all see a little bit of a frost. Temperatures rise as we head towards tomorrow morning. Spotty showers across the southern valleys. Maybe even Utica and the Mohawk Valley see a light, brief sprinkle. But these showers roll throughout the afternoon and early evening. Isolated, but across the southern valleys, primarily sunshine in between the showers, and then drier air settles in after those showers for the remainder of our work week. Lows tonight around 36 degrees with scattered showers with patchy frost. Look at your 7-day forecast. We're tracking those showers across the southern valleys tomorrow, and then dry conditions for the remainder of the evening. Saturday begins dry, although it doesn't finish that way. By midday and afternoon, we're tracking widespread showers. Beautiful stretch of weather for Mother's Day, Monday, and Tuesday, with highs near 60 degrees and partly sunny skies. Showers return to the forecast for Wednesday and Thursday, highs near 60.